The character of Norm seems to be almost a folk hero. We instinctively love him. How much of you is in Norm, and vice versa?
Well, there's not a great deal of like real acting involved or anything, so pretty much it's pretty much me, except for knowing has much better writers than I do.
Afternoon, everybody. Norm! How you doing, Norm? What do you know? Not enough.
You're a big beer drinker.
Yeah, I could never fake that. I really.
Now, on the show, you couldn't chug beer after beer. What do they have you drinking?
It's near beer.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah. Too bad, but we don't want to get sluggish up there.
Your career seems to have really evolved recently. I mean, taken off because of Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
How do you explain all the offers and the films? You've been super busy lately.
Well, it's pretty much just the way it's always been. More people are interested in seeing me for an audition, but other than that, it's just been auditions, interviews with the directors, and sometimes reading and stuff like that too.
Now, you've had 3 major parts in movies that you've just completed.
Major, pseudo major, pretty big, okay parts.
Okay, part. Tell us a little bit about those. What's been your favorite?
Well, I had their moment. It's Fletch is the most unusual.
Mind if I sit here? Fletch? Man. You don't know me, Sam.
It's my pleasure, brother.
The movie with Chevy Chase?
Right. For me, it's the most unusual in that I play a character probably most dissimilar with who I really am.
He is not a nice guy.
Well, he kind of is, actually, but he has a real, he has a few problems. Drugs. Yeah. I post the north, he just has alcohol.
Norm keeps it simple. Now, you're married.
Yes.
What does your wife think about these jokes on the show? How does she take it?
She takes it really well.
You're in here every night. Doesn't your wife ever wonder where you're at?
Wonders. Doesn't care.
She, I just love some of the lines on the show. I'm married. Married the hell out of her.
Much more happily married than Norm, I suppose.
Yeah, way more. That's one of the real differences that you asked about before between myself and Norm. I have a much better relationship with my wife.
Now, you met her while you were working, both of you were working at Second City.
Right.
How did your experience in Chicago help to bring out your acting ability?
Well, for one thing, it was the sum total of my experience at art. That was my first job, and for a while it seemed like it would be my last, but I was there for 6 years in various capacities, touring company, president company, little exchange stint at the Toronto company, back into the touring company and back to tourist. Anyway, 6 years was all my experience, so that's how it helped me.
There had to have been times when you were asking yourself if this was the right thing. Did you have doubts about whether you would make it as an actor?
A little bit, sure. It's, you always read about the bad times in terms of looking for work and everything.
You've had bad times?
Yeah, bad times. Right when I moved out here. See, Second City was that's a very steady job, for somebody just starting out. 6 years. But when I moved out here, of course, there was real screeching of the brakes.
A halt.
Work, yeah.
You didn't exactly calculate this career path that sort of happened. What made you think that you would be funny and people would pay you for it?
Nerve, I think. Yeah, I just had to try it. I knew I would get big laughs at parties and stuff like that.
You were always the class clown, kind of highlight of the party?
No, but not exactly the class clown, but I observed the class clowns and stole.
And studied their technique.
It's just rampant thievery from all the class clowns of my life. And I sampled quite a few because I had a fairly checkered academic career, so I went to several schools.
So now it's paying off.
the class clown. Yeah, it is. Kind of.
Before you got into the acting, life was certainly not usual for you. You were out traipsing around traveling.
Yeah, but that was pretty usual, wasn't it? I mean, for people in 1971 or two, I mean, the road was for people like me. Seemed to be.
Were you a vagabond of sorts there?
Yeah, I was. Definitely a vagabond. It's kind of an archaic way of looking at it, but yeah, a vagabond.
Do you think you were kind of putting off making a career decision?
Absolutely. Boy, just to the very last penny. Any kind of like, anything I could do to stop making a career decision, I did. And usually it involved getting away from the immediate pressures, although, my family was really, very cooperative and great. It was just run away.
Did you just hate everything?
No. Well, I tried to think of a job that I wouldn't hate. Yes, that much is for sure. I just thought of jobs one after the other and ticked them off. Process of elimination. Just nothing really appealed to me at all.
But this does. The acting does.
Yeah. Specifically, it was Second City in Chicago. It really looked like they were having fun up there. And I thought, if they got paid for that, and I was pretty sure they did, that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't hate that. So in I went and really tried for it. So it was a good move. I didn't hit it. I did.
Bingo! What is it, do you think, about the character of Norm that makes him so appealing for us? He's an everyman.
Good writers.
But what about your involvement? What do you do to make him so real?
Just try to not make him sound fakey.
Understatement?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's a way to go. Understatement.
Oh my God. It's my boss. He saw me slip out early. He's come here to fire me.
You got here the same time you always do.
I know. I always leave early.
Comedy, I think, should be believable. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways to do comedy, but the style on Cheers seems to be believability. Yeah.
That show, like so many other new series, when it first started, it seemed like it went through some rocky times finding an audience. Did you wonder if maybe you were on a vehicle that was going nowhere?
Yeah, I probably figured we probably were. But it takes people forever to tune into new shows.
Were you surprised at the success of Cheers?
No.
You knew you had a winner.
Well, I mean, I knew that the producers and the director and, of course, I didn't know the cast except for Shelley Long, who was Second City, but I knew that the producers and director were a real strong team. So I had a lot of confidence in them that, they would have a good show, regardless of who else was called.
Now, you just finished a project with a guy who certainly made his mark in comedy, Chevy Chase. What was it like working with him?
It's a lot of fun.
Did you learn anything from his comedic style or observe it as you did before?
Yeah, no, I observed it, of course, but I probably learned something. It's not, those things don't really manifest themselves like right away. You wake up one day and they're there, or they come through in a performance maybe, but he made me laugh constantly, off screen, off camera.
Do you sometimes wake up and say, I am an actor now, this is a full-time career for me, and I finally committed to something?
Yeah. Yes, I do. It's a curious feeling to think that your career choice is made. I suppose I could switch, but...
You could go back on the road.
Yeah. By me?
You could go back on the road.
Doing...
Traveling.
Traveling. No, I can't. I'm too nervous for that now. I think my vagabond days are behind me, my vagabond days.
You just had a chance to see a project that you finished, Dreamscape.
Yes.
Were you happy with it?
Yeah. Real exciting, scary, thrilling movie.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it involves people dream linking, which Dennis Quaid, our bureau, can link up with other people in their dreams and in their nightmares. And the purpose of the research is to help people out of their nightmares, sort of psychologically. And then it takes a very interesting twist, which probably shouldn't be revealed.
It's a thriller.
It's a thriller, and I get killed.
Oh
I'm gonna say that. Well, no, we can cut that, right?
no! Oh no!
I get killed, yeah. Slow motion and everything. It's great.
Wow. Now, when you watch yourself on screen, do you sit back and say, that George does a pretty good job?
It's getting easier to do that, if indeed a good job was done. At first, I go, ooh, whoa, saw. But, yeah, I guess I'm more critical than probably most other people. Everyone is, right?